I was walking into a grooming facility one time when I first, in my early years of owning it, Attaboy, and I brought a bag of goodies such as pastries and my business cards and introduced myself, because that's what everyone said, is just go in and introduce yourself to these local pet professionals and you'll hopefully get referrals from them. And she took it very graciously, the owner, and was very nice about it. And then I went in about 2 months later, because consistency is key. And she got really excited when she saw me and she says, "Hey, I've been referring to you. I've been telling everyone there's this cute little girl that's doing pet sitting locally." And well, I don't think she meant it maliciously. It did not come off in the greatest taste, because I was a grown adult with a professional business with independent contractors that worked underneath of me. And I'm assuming she was referring to my 4'11" height as well at the time, this cute little girl. Now, really, does that go in confidence in the people? Did I get any referrals actually from that? No, because she wasn't using respectful language that actually promoted trustworthiness in her potential clients to use us. So there are pros and cons to getting referrals. It takes a little bit time, but it all is about appearance and how you portray yourself, as well as how you establish a relationship with the local pet professionals. Hi guys, that's the end of the story with that one. My name is Amber Van Denzen. I am the owner and founder of Attaboy Animal Care, located in Central Florida, veterinary technician of 13 years, animal science degree, certified professional pet sitter, 6-figure pet sitting business with 13 employees. But let's chat today about referrals and how that's going to ultimately help our marketing budget be very low, and then of course increasing our clientele as high as we want it to be, hopefully. So we're going to talk about 2 different sections of referrals: pet professionals and non-pet professionals today, and exactly what we do at Attaboy to get those referrals from them. So first, let's do the pet professionals. These are a little bit easier, you would think, because they work in the industry already, and they may have clientele that line up with the type of clientele that you want. So when we're talking about other pet professionals, we're talking about groomers, trainers, local pet stores, even boarding facilities, veterinary clinics, or accessories, and other pet sitters as well. So those type of persons may or may not line up with the type of business that you may want to be associated with. So first and foremost is do your research, of course. So get on that Google, look at those businesses, see if they're licensed, see if they're, have their business license in the area, see if they're insured, if as much as possible, or have an online presence, and are professionals as well. And make that list of people that you are interested in potentially connecting with. The second thing you want to do is start following them on their social medias, Facebook, Instagram, etc., and commenting and liking on their post as your pet sitting business. Of course, your pet sitting business would have their own social media. You're going to do that for probably a month or 2, because you don't want to dive right on in necessarily. Some people do. I like to do the low and slow method personally. I'm a crock pot, if you say, for marketing and referral purposes. I take my time. So with that said, the first thing, like I said, follow them and like them on social medias. If you see something interesting that may be shareable on your social medias, feel free to share. If it's something that you may need to use their photo or things like that, message them and say, "Hey, can I share this on our social media?" 1, you're establishing that connection respectfully. 2, they now know who you are. And 3, they now see that you are marketing for them for free. 2, the next thing you want to do is email them if possible. If you can find a business email, you want to do a business introduction if they want to read it about who your business is, so they don't have to go hunting. If you're licensed, bonded, insured, certified, how long you've been in business, how many employees do you have, the perks of what you actually services that you offer, if you've won any awards such as best of in your area, etc. This may be a little bit harder because not everyone readily advertises their email, but a lot of the times you can find it one way or another. If you don't, though, no worries. This part is optional. The third piece of this is going in person. You're going to want to provide some type of yummy goodie typically, because most of the way through people's hearts is through food, as we well know. I'm Italian, so that's how I was raised at least. And so what you're going to want to do is bring some type of basket or goodie. We rotate every 2 months, and we have a list of businesses, usually 8 to 10 businesses that we hit up. Some well-established referral sources that we just want to thank, and others others may be newer or we're still trying to gain those bonds with. We rotate what type of baskets we bring based off of what ideas we find on Pinterest or our employees bring up as a general idea, or maybe we saw somebody else do. So examples of that are bagels and cream cheese from a local shop, a dozen donuts, cute mini donuts, maybe themed with your personal business colors or their business colors, because they may want to post those on social media. Going and getting thrifted baskets or new containers of some sort at maybe a dollar store, and then filling it up with goodies that are themed. We've done cookies and milk theme with mini cups. We've done healthy themes with puffs and seaweed and juices and more healthy varieties of options as well. And of course, we've done like candy baskets and cookie baskets for Halloweens and Easters and things like that. So it really kind of depends. We tend to do $10 to $15 per basket. If we're doing 8 to 10 of those, we're probably spending $100 to $150 within our marketing, which remember is tax deductible, by the way. And we are doing that every 2 months. With new people or new companies, we tend to put them on a 3-time rotation, so a total of 6 months. And if we're seeing them commenting or liking or sharing, because we're going to share all those photos. We're going to share those baskets with their business logo. We're going to share those goodie bags with maybe one of their employees that we were able to snag a photo with when we were there. That is key. And tag, so they know, again, free marketing on their end. Now, in every one of those baskets or goodies, we are always going to provide either business cards in a holder or magnets. We tend to lean towards magnets versus business cards personally. A little bit more expensive, but definitely better return on investment. Or we do rack cards instead of brochures because no one actually reads the whole brochure, and these are way cheaper and just as aesthetically pleasing. And we always provide the rack. This is key. And put a sticker with your business information, or if you don't have stickers yet, such as from Sticker Mule, then just tape maybe a business card on it so they know if this goes empty, who they need to message. So that is key. You can also do a second one on the inside, so when that is empty and maybe they left it out, people can still see it was Attaboy. And then you provide this in the basket the first time that you're there. And then for any future well-established people, you always have these available and say, hey, do you need a restock while you're there? So don't ever do the ask of the referrals. Always ask them for their marketing materials, business cards, brochures, flyers, and tell them you're going to be putting it in a new client folder. We always provide our new clients with a folder of all the local business stuff, businesses that may be beneficial to them, and we give that to them at their initial consult or their first visit. So again, you are providing them free marketing. Now, if they're good business professionals, they will do the same and ask for those business cards and brochures, and that's probably one of the flags that you can tell, green flags, that you said this is going to be a good relationship. If they don't ask for your stuff, it's probably not going to be the best probably in the long run, but give them a few rounds to get used to you and see. So those are the two main reasons. The next way that you do this, step 3, is to create an online social media group specifically for pet professionals in your area. In our area, it's our county name with pet professionals networking group. And then we go on all the social medias, share the link to the networking group saying, hey, we're looking for comrades, not competition. There's plenty animals for us all. We want to get to know each other so we can refer to each other, connect with each other, and be able to share resources wisely between each other. That worked really well for us when I started that. And we have over 50 to 60 people in the group now that we regularly refer to. And just because they're in the same industry as you, doesn't mean it's competition either. So other local pet sitters and I commonly refer to each other because we don't always have space, we don't cover the area, or that pet's not the best fit for their business style, but maybe for ours, and vice versa. Same with boarding facilities. You may think that's competition, but it's really not, because a lot of our people that come to pet sittings because they didn't do well in a boarding facility, they didn't like the boarding facility setup, or shocker, they were full. They only have so many spaces. So those are your main resources for pet professional referrals. Now let's move on to non-pet professionals. So we're talking people that any other industry that may be able to refer to us. And the top 2 to 3 that I commonly see are real estate agents and then people that do in-home care. So you're looking at your home cleaners, house maintenance people, painters, etc. Those are the top 2 easier referral sources that we get. Why? Because one, again, we go and ask for their marketing materials to put into our new client folders. And then again, if they're good business people, they'll ask for ours, which we always have available. Always bring basket goodies if they have a business brick and mortar facility, and do the same steps as we did with the pet professionals. We're going to follow them on social medias, email them if possible, and then show up at a brick and mortar facility if they have one with goodies and introductory materials. And of course, share, like, comment, post photos, and all those fun things. Now, you do want to make sure if you're going into any industry with referrals, like I said, do your due diligence. Look them up on socials and online, and make sure they don't do pet sitting on the side, because they may be the type of person that you refer, and they may end up culling a client from you because their prices are cheaper because they don't have the professional insurance or training to do pet care. Just because they're good groomers doesn't make them good pet sitters necessarily, and vice versa. I wouldn't try grooming necessarily either unless I had those industry standard trainings. But do your due diligence. Now, how can you do that? One, you can just ask them straight up, hey, I work for Attaboy. Do you guys do pet sitting too? And casually say, so I can refer to you. But you may or may not actually refer to them. And if they say no, great connection. If they say yes, just be wary. Same goes for the non-pet professionals. If they are home cleaners, we've had plenty of clients in the past end up using their home cleaners for, say, potty breaks, etc., because they'll do it on the side for way cheaper. Because again, they don't have those licensures, bonding, insurance certifications, etc. So again, be wary of who you choose. A lot of pet babysitting companies may do this as well, so that may not be the best connection point, but it also may be a good connection point because you can kind of wean them away from doing that and saying, hey, really focus on babysitting. We'll focus on the pet care because those are 2 different industries and you don't want that liability necessarily. So those are the key tips on getting referral sources from pet professionals and non-pet professionals in your local community. Last but not least, of course, this is unsaid, if you're not on things such as Nextdoor, local business groups, local buy-sell trade groups that may allow advertising for businesses, definitely want to be on those, because when people ask for pet professional recommendations, you want to be sure you put your information in there, because you may not get that sale from that specific person, but you may get it from all the other people that are reading those comments. So guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask away. My main session for this is helping local other pet people that are getting into the pet care industry, learning more about it, and gaining those tips and tricks from other pet professionals. Why? Because I wish I had them too when I was growing up as a pet sitter. So I look forward to talking to you soon. And remember, guys, happy pets, happy people. Bye-bye.